Although the slope of a line can be calculated by looking at a graph and counting the vertical and horizontal change, it can also be calculated numerically. Recall that the slope of the line is the ratio of the change in y over the change in x. Part A of question number 10 says, identify 2 points on the graph above and record the coordinates of the 2 points that you selected. Okay, well, the 2 points I identified was 0, -3. So I'm going to put my x coordinate was 0, my y coordinate was -3. And then the other one I had was 7 as my x coordinate and 0 as my y coordinate. All right. Which coordinates relate to vertical change on the graph? Vertical would be your y coordinates, so 0 and -3. Which coordinates relate to the horizontal change on the graph? So this would be my x coordinates. Which are points 0 and +7, right? Determine the vertical change. Well, the vertical change would be starting at this point and going to this point. So 0 minus a -3. Well, that would be 0 plus 3, which equals 3. All right, horizontal change. So we've got 7 minus 0, which equals 7. Calculate the slope of the line, and how does the slope compare to the slope that you found in item 9? Whenever I did it, I did change in y, that's what we found here. So that's 3 over the change in x, which is 7. And I believe that that equaled the 3/7 that we saw on the previous page. So the slopes are the same. Let's take a look at G. If other students in your class selected different points from the problem, should they have found different values for the slope of this line? And explain. No. If you recall back earlier in the problem set, we had this particular question, question number 6, that said the slope between any 2 points on a line is always the same. So we're going to use that as my explanation. The slope between any 2 points on a line is always the same. Number 11. It is customary to label the coordinates of the first point x1, y1, and the coordinates of the second point as x2, y2. Here in part A of number 11, it says, write an expression to calculate the vertical change or the delta y of the line of these between these 2 points. Well, as you can look up here, I actually did 0 minus -3. So I did my second point minus my first. So I did y2 minus y1. Now, second thing I did was it says write an expression to calculate the horizontal change. Well, here I did x2 minus x1. write an expression to calculate the slope of the line through these 2 points. So now we're going to use that ratio. And remember, your horizontal should be in the denominator position. So we're going to put x2 minus x1 in the bottom. And we're going to put y2 minus y1 in the numerator position. On to your debriefing question for this section.